Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, then hello, I am Lon. I'm the creator of Living Life with Lon. Here on my channel, I create DIYs and thrift flips on a budget. If this is content that you like, I hope that you would consider subscribing to my channel. And today I am part of a mystery box swap. I sent my box over to Leah. If you're interested in checking out what I sent her, check out the description box below. And I received my box from Becky over at Simply Becky DIY. And I'm super excited to say that I'm going to open my package with all of you. So let's see what she sent me. The playlist for this mystery box swap is located in my description box down below. Now, I must admit, as I was cutting this open, I was feeling a little nervous about what potentially may be on the inside. I was thinking to myself that this was going to be the biggest flop of DIYs ever. Okay. But these two items. Wind up pool toy. It's Crest Sparkle. And I guess I could brush my teeth with this prior to making the craft. So this is definitely doable. One of the wood pallets. Okay, an easel. Definitely. It's looking great, Becky. Ah, stickers. Okay. Oh yeah, nice. I definitely can use these. Let me tell you guys the rules. So we were supposed to send 3 crafting items and 2 challenge items from anywhere in the store. I have this in the bag, but these 2 items here I have to go think about. So I'll be back. A special thank you again to Becky for sending me this package. I have some great things in store. You'll have to keep watching for the results. I sent these stickers, and when I opened it, I was like in a moment because I was reading them, and they have such great positive words of affirmation on them. So when creating our craft, we were only allowed to create 1 to 2 crafts, and we had to use all the items that were sent to us. And we were also able to use items from our craft stash. And then the alligator, the pool toy, wind up pool toy. And let's see. He's cute. Since fall is just around the corner, I wanted to go ahead and create a fall theme. So I knew I wanted to do something that pertained to like a pumpkin patch. And so I cut at that first divot behind his head, and I took him apart and then put him back together to make a cornucopia. Now, if you choose to make a project similar to this, some other ideas, you can make it into a plant holder where you can put in like some little artificial plants, and that would be super cute as well. Next, I'm going to go in with this rope jute twine that I have here, and I'm going to separate it. Now, there were many reasons why I chose to do that. 1, it was really thick. 2, I wanted to make sure that it would wrap around this plastic piece. If you choose to do this, please know that where his arms once were are 2 really big holes. And I did not put any glue right there because I didn't want it to leak through. So I only put the glue on the areas that were without the holes, and I wrapped that really tight. At one point I did kind of question if I should have maybe painted it down to a base coat, but I was able to get the rope really tight where you could not see the hot pink. So I continued to wrap that around until I had completed the entire piece. So I'm liking the way it is coming out at this point, and I feel like I'm going to be able to pull this challenge piece off. And I have something in mind where I'm going to stage it and have some pumpkins spilling out of it. I think it turned out super cute, but you'll have to keep watching to see the end result. Sorry that I wasn't in the frame back there, but this is how it's coming out, and I'm just kind of going around and finishing the edges and making sure that I do not see any hot pink. So are you guys ready for fall time? I know I am. It is my most favorite season and I'm super excited. I have a lot of fall decor that I'm going to create for you guys and I'd like for you to stick around. So if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to like this video because it helps my channel grow. And if you are new to my channel, then hello. Thank you so much for stopping by. And if you've already been living life with Livinglifewithlon, then thank you so much for returning for another video. So once that was complete, I turned my attention to the wooden palette. And so I just watered down some brown acrylic paint and some water to make a faux stain. Once the palette had completely dried, I grabbed my new cornucopia shell and some floral picks that I picked up from the Dollar Tree. I got this cute little cattail. The Dollar Tree has some really great florals this season and I'm super excited about them, about using them. And so I got that little cattail and I've had these little, I don't know what, I want to say they're like baby moms, but don't quote me on that. But they're really cute in fall decor. And of course, I got the traditional pumpkins on the stems. Now, if you are not going for the burnt orange or the orange theme for this fall, you can easily paint these any color that you like. And then I saw these cute little sunflowers and I picked those up because I'm going to do another project with those later. But I also wanted to use a couple of those for this project. So what I did was I just clipped those off and I hot glued them down to the palette. And because these little pumpkins did not come with any stems, I just used a piece of the stem that it was on and poked it through. They're styrofoam, so it went in very easily. And I just went around the edges with some little leaves to kind of make a fall scenery. I kept working around until I liked the way everything looked. Now guys, this is truly for inspiration, so do not feel obligated to use these colors. This is just what I had on hand for in my stash and I wanted to use them, but feel free to use whatever you want. If you don't want to use pumpkins or if you don't want to use that color or if you want a different flower, just kind of play around with it until you get the desired look what you're trying to achieve. Now let me tell you about these sunflowers. Whoever or whatever machine twisted these together, they did a really great job, okay? Because at one point I poked myself with one of them because they were wrapped around so tight. So please be careful if you are going to use these because like I said, they're wound so tightly together that as you unwind them, they become very aggressive. Okay, aggressive may be a little bit much. However, please be careful because they are sharp on the ends and they will poke you. So guys, this is how that turned out and I'm going to continue to build upon this craft. So keep watching. So using that same acrylic paint and water mixture, I stained the easel. Now these little easels, I've seen these in my Dollar Tree several times and I've actually passed them by because I never picked one up, and I'm so glad that Becky sent one to me because it can be used for so many things. You could put a favorite quote or a Bible verse on it and sit it on a desk and really embellish it. So yeah, the possibilities are endless. Next, I went in with these little fall leaves. They were burlap. This is the first time I've ever seen these in my Dollar Tree. And I chose that orange and black because I'm going to stick with the orange theme for this particular project. And I went over to my silhouette and cut out the fresh pumpkins, apple cider, candy apples, and pumpkin spice because those are all things that remind me of fall time. So it's always a topic of discussion. Pumpkin spice, yes or no? Comment below if you love pumpkin spice. Personally, I'm a pumpkin spice girl and I cannot wait for it to hit the shelf. Okay, so like I said, when I got the stickers, they had such great positive words of affirmation on them that I did not want to mess them up too bad. So I chose this one, the Love and Cherish, because it was the smallest and I knew that I was going to have to paint it over in order for it to go with this project. So what I did was I removed those little embellishments to the side, and I mixed some orange and some plaster paint together, and this is how it turned out. I then took one of my fine tipped markers and wrote pumpkin patch on it with an arrow pointing to the right. Next, I knew that I wanted it to stand up because, again, I'm going for a pumpkin patch theme. So I got 2 small toothpicks and hot glued those to the back. And to close off the holes, I used some jute twine. I wrapped it around just a couple of times using my finger protectors, and it was ready to go. Now, I know you guys have been wondering about the toothbrush, and here he is. And so I saved this one for last because honestly, I did not know what I was going to do with it. But in my stash, I had this like a hair drain catcher that you put down in your sink. And when I flipped it over, it kind of looked like a little hat. So I was like, this is going to be perfect for him. If he's on the farm, I mean, he needs a hat. So I trimmed him down a little bit, and I found this piece of ribbon, and I went around it to make it look like a burlapped hat. Being very careful with this because it is not mesh, it's like a screen print. Not a screen print, it's a screen. And so glue was running through, so I was being very cautious as to where I applied it and where I had my hand when I applied it, because I didn't want to burn myself. And to make it look more like a hat, I went around with a piece of jute around the part that actually would be the hat part to make the brim stick out more. And then I got one of those little leaves off that pumpkin pick and picked up one of those and got another one of those sunflowers, cut the pointy piece off, and then stuck that down. And I thought it was so cute as a little hat for my toothbrush man. Swap was supposed to be fun, and so that's why I'm just gonna leave him in there as a blue man. I picked this up from the Dollar Tree a couple weeks ago because we're starting fall, and so I'm going to reuse it, that little hay bale, so I'm not going to unwrap it. And I stuck my little sign down in there. I hot glued my little man to the pallet, and this is the finished result. So please comment below and let me know what you think of the items that I received and how I turned them into decor. I had so much fun creating this. It was just an absolute joy opening the package that I got from Becky. Thank you again to Leah for allowing me to be in this swap. It was so much fun. There's my little blue farmer guy. But yes, I'm going to link the playlist below so you can see the other creators and what they received and what they created with those items. So don't forget to check out the playlist. It'll be in my description box below. And if you are new here, thank you so much for stopping by. And I can't forget to welcome all the new subscribers. I am so glad you guys are here. Don't forget to like this video because it helps my channel grow. And subscribe if you haven't already. It's free. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Bye.